Hello again, it's Tonette. You can say that this video has been about 50 years in the making. When I was 7, I had a very vivid dream. And in this dream, I was in a big auditorium. The ceiling was very, very high. You could see it, but it was very, very high. And there was a stage in the front of the room with 2 guillotines and a line of people on the left and on the right, and we were all dressed in white. And, of course, being guillotines, you can imagine what was going on up there. And I recognized somebody on the other side of the room, and I waved to her, and she waved back, and for whatever reason, the guard or the person who was keeping the queue going, he let me join her on the other side of the room. And as we're waiting in line, we're singing hymns, How Great Thou Art, and we're laughing and we're smiling. And when it came my turn to get up on that stage, I was asked, "This is your last time. Will you renounce Jesus?" And I said something to the effect of, "Absolutely not." And they put my head in the guillotine. And I just remember not being afraid, and then feeling a sense of warmth and love and indescribable colors. And then I woke up. Well, when I woke up, because I was 7, I didn't have a word for guillotine. I'm describing this dream to my older brother, and he's the one who told me what it was. I had no knowledge of any of this stuff, which is pretty bizarre enough. Well, a few years back, maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little less, I met a woman who I worked with. Actually, I worked with her in a couple places. She's still my friend to this day. She is quite awake. Not completely, but quite awake. And it was probably the spring of 2017, I realized she was the girl in my dream from when I was little. And I didn't know how to tell her at the time. A little less than a year ago, I was sitting at her house and we were having a glass of iced tea, I think it was. And I told her, "I've got to tell you something." I told her about my dream. And I don't think she doubts me. She knows that, if anything, I'm all about the honesty. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I've known most of my life that that's a possible way that I go. Now, I've also had a rapture dream. That's also another possible way that I could go. Or I could choke on a mint like I almost, which I did do in the grocery store about an hour ago. I don't know how I'm going to go, but when I go, I know where I'm going. Early in my Christian walk, someone posed a question to me. If being a Christian were against the law, would there be enough evidence to convict you? I'm hoping that all I'm doing is building their case. Jesus is my rock. He is my reason for living. And if you don't know him, please, please get to know him. And if you do, you know we're not to fear. It'll be okay. It's going to be okay. We've got the rest of forever. We're but a vapor here. So be encouraged. Know that no matter what, if you're in his will and you love him and you're walking with him and you're filled with the Holy Spirit, you're going to get that peace that passes all understanding. And it's going to be all right. Don't be afraid. I love you all, my friends. Have a wonderful day.